Hey, TV, it's the American Samurai, lighting up the world once again. Sorry, my allergies with me. We are looking at The Black Terror, number 14. The first Black Terror story is your typical Black Terror story with the Black Terror and his sidekick trying to join forces to stop a jewel robbery. The second story is a flashback to a World War II adventure. I'll read you this. The Black Terror, mighty battler against all evil, many times in his thrill-packed career has faced deadly danger, and only now does the strange story emerge in the annals of the war. The secret tellings how Bob Benton, alias the Black Terror, met and conquered the desperate Japanese challenge that eased the path to final victory. Essentially, these bad guys have created this serum that essentially turns people mad into like raging, anger-based zombies. Okay, the next story is a text piece, Golden Loot. This is essentially about a young boy fighting and essentially winning against several Japanese soldiers. It's okay for what it is. We have a quick little funny animal comic about a hippo trying to lose weight, because that's a thing. And the second Black Terror story is also a World War II story. It involves the Black Terror looking for soldering. The nightmare plant, which they need for the soldering, which is essentially, what I understand, is a sort of a truth serum to help ease the effects of PSD by allowing them to talk about whatever's causing the problems. And they get involved with the Japanese, having to fight them, join forces with Chinese or Korean, I'm not sure which. Forces, and then they get their hands on the Japanese variation of the plant, which still is effective enough to work. And what's wrong with tribulations there? We have the young gunsmith. Lincoln Brandon matches with the desperate outlaw. Similar concept to the previous story, except this time the main character, still a kid, who's an expert gunsmith, manages to stop the bad guy by removing the firing pins from his guns, so they can't fire, so his father can take him down. And then we have Thunderhoof, which is a western story focusing on two horses, Thunderhoof and his mate Stargazer, which makes me think of Ruby. If you guys seen Ruby Chibi, and specifically with the West on the tricycle, I think she actually called it Stargazer. Yeah. Apparently the bad guys convinced the local Indian tribe to attack after staging the killing of the chief. Chief's son, I think it was, actually. So he can buy up all the ranch land cheap and all the trials and tribulations that goes through. And the Stargazer and Thunderstruck. Yeah, Thunderhoof play a big part in the story, but it's mainly cowboy drama with horses. The last story, Spaghetti for Breakfast. Anthony Gallo serves a pair of thieves to the law. Essentially, he defeats the bad guys by spelling out a message using alphabet-shaped pasta, as the story takes place in a noodle factory. We have another quick, funny Alan comic. Overall, an enjoyable comic. I'd give about a 4 out of 5. Not my favorite Black Terror comic, but still a lot of good stuff. And even though I'm part Japanese, I still found the World War II stories interesting. Alright, that was my thoughts on Black Terror number 14. Until next time, keep reading.